Hello everybody, welcome back to Surviving Mars. It's been a while since I've played, since I recorded an episode here. We are back here now in a little colony. As you can see, I fast forwarded a few days here on Mars, just because there's not really much that I could do. You know, we solved the food crisis last time, so I've got a lot of food now. It's not a problem. So thanks for the tip in the comments. Building those farms here was a real push. So those 5 farms here, you know, they supply my whole town now, my whole colony here without problem. And we've also got some terraforming going on here. I built a second carbonate processor to speed it up a bit with the atmosphere. We have so much waste rock anyway. I'm probably going to build a third carbonate processor there just to speed the atmosphere up even more. The temperature is looking okay, 36% now. We have 2 lakes now. So last time I stopped with 1 lake. That's the first one here. I think it was at temperature 20% or something that the water began to melt, the ice began to melt, and we got some water there now. And I've got a second lake down here, and while we're down here, I've also built 2 more domes because our space was running out. It's just 1 more dome here with 2 electronics factories now, and another research lab here, 2 of them, low G labs, so that we speed up the research here. We are at 2.1k now, and we are researching finally the deep metal extraction. So if you remember, we are running out of metal. There's no more metal here, no more normal deposit here, and I'm sending my transporter all around the place all the time to collect metals, but there was a meteor shower and my transporter got destroyed, so I'm really running out of that. 2 solutions I found to that problem, that I'm running out of metal, because metal is very important. You need metal for many things. You need metal for the maintenance of my solar panels, for example, or of other, I think, buildings. A lot of buildings need metal as a maintenance material. Here, the MOXIE, my oxygen production, also needs metal as a maintenance ware. So once this is gone, I couldn't, you know, maintain my buildings anymore and would ultimately die. So metal is very important. The first thing how I compensated that is by building a trade pad and offering concrete and requesting metals. Oh, and I just see that there are 7 buildings not working, so we have a look at that soon. So offering concrete, requesting metals, very, very nice. So Japan offered me always around 50 metals for like 50 concrete, so almost 1-to-1. That was a really nice help there to speed up my metal there again, to stock it up. And we still have so much concrete, you know, because we have 2 concrete extractors. One is here and one is here, and they're working automatically, so they don't need any workforce. So that's that. Very important to have that trade route. Perhaps Japan is offering it again at some point, though I don't need that much metal for now. And the second solution I found is there's a smaller metal deposit up here, and I just built a small dome here with a few living complexes, you know, where people can live and work in that one here to extract some metal, but it's no way enough. So 1 metal extractor is certainly not enough. It produces like 15 metal per day and some waste rock, and that's it. That's not much at all. So I can't live on that. So what we need to do right now, because I built those 2 domes down here, as you can see, there are deep metal deposits here. However, you can't use them with the normal metal extractor. So you need to research the technology, and so that's what I'm doing right now. When we have a look at the research tree, there is deep metal extraction. It takes 16,000 points. We produce like 2,000 per day. It's nighttime now, so it's down to 1,300. And we produce that, so it should take us another 1 or 2 days before we can finish this one, and then we can finally get that deep metal there, those deposits there. Nothing else here though. I'm still researching some other technology. I don't think there's so many useful things here. It's very hard for me to choose sometimes. So very nice is this one here. Tourists pay 50% more funding. And I receive 100 tourist applicants, so that's pretty cool. So if I run out of money eventually, I can just have some tourists there. So that might be a new option, building a new dome for tourists only, so that I could just get tourists. And so once I've researched that, we are probably going for a dome for just tourists. Okay, I think that might work to get some money out of here, because the rare metals that we are getting, that's not really much, so I'm not getting rich from that. We need to find other sources of income that we can do. So one thing I think is the research. So there is one repeatable research here where we get that's it, Martian patents. So you get 500 million every time you research that. And with my research points, I would get this every second day, and that's 500 million. So that's something. If I need more money, of course, then I could just research that. Right now, I've got 1 billion, close to that, so it's not much. I can't do that much with it, but it's okay. I can live on that for now. Okay, so lots of things actually have happened in the last 30 days or something like that, but that's it. Nothing else here. I'm just waiting, you know, the terraforming is really taking its time. We just wait here for those parameters to go up. Of course, I could speed the whole process up, and that's what I'm also going to do. Right now, 2 things. So first of all, why are those buildings not working? I have a suspicion. It's that one here. Okay, this one's working for seeds. I don't have any seeds here right now. And those buildings don't have enough workers. And this has malfunctioned because we don't have the machine parts for it. Okay, so that's something here. My polymers and my machine parts are pretty low. Electronic looks good. Why does it look good? Because in one of those domes I've built 2 electronics factories with engineers now. So we get a lot of electronics now per day. Very cool. What's not so cool is that my machine parts are low. I've got 2 machine part factories, but that's not enough. First of all, there are not enough engineers as far as I can see that. So there are no specialization people working there. That's not really cool. That's one thing. And second, I need way more machine parts per day than electronic parts. So I'm thinking about having another machine parts factory. And of course, well, I think this dome here looks good for that. So we do have some unemployed people here as well. And we do have a farm here for seeds. So that's what I built as well. And here we produce the seeds then that my forestation plants use. You know, so when we look up there, the other one, this one here, look at that, how much green it is there already. But it's like lichens. So it's some sort of earth or grass that we are doing there right now, algae, something like that. And after that comes the grass. So once we have, I think, 10% soil quality, once we're there, we can use grass to finally grow here. But that's a long way off, really. There is a new trade right now for Japan. See, they would pay us 26 metals for 50 concrete, and I say yes, accept that. So on this trading pad now, the rocket will land, and we have to pay 50 concrete and get 26 metals out of that. That's something at least. Right. Another thing is my seniors. So I've got so many seniors now. They clog up my domes where people actually work. As you can see, we have 320 colonists, but we have 52 seniors. That's a lot. And they just use space. So I want to have a dome just for seniors. Some of you suggested, or I read some tips about that, that we make a dome of seniors and then we just cut them off life support and they just die. Yeah, might be a solution, so we don't have to feed them anymore. The other thing would be to make it really uncomfortable for them in the dome if we don't want them to die. And they would get earth sick and just get back home. You know, they would just get back to earth. So that might be something as well. Or we just keep them. Or we just say, well, this is a new colony here for humanity, and so we have all different kinds of people working here. I don't know. We'll see about that. For now, let's build such a dome where we can have seniors only. We don't have to decide anything yet, really. But I want to get another barrel dome here. This one. And it's just for seniors, so it doesn't need any resources around it. So we could actually do it here. Oh, something like that. Is that working? Wait a second, no, I don't. Do I need a tunnel for that? Do we need a tunnel for the seniors? That's a question. Those 2 domes here are not connected with the other ones, by the way. So when that is happening, you need to support those domes with their own service buildings. You know, service buildings only work across the domes when they're connected with those passages. Something that I don't have here and neither here. So those domes all have their specialization. This one here is only for those electronic factories, really. And this one here is really only for the seeds, for the rare metal earth extractor there, and then for the deep metals here. That's what I'm using that dome here for. Alrighty, so that's that. What we want to do is now we want to have a senior dome. I don't know if we need such a big dome though. Let's take, oh yeah, that costs as much. Let's take the barrel dome there, I like it the most. And we don't need any passage to the other domes, I think. So we can build it here. It's close to the other ones, but there's no connection really, you know, because all those domes are full. And yet it's close to my town. Okay, that's the dome. And we build it now. Just for our seniors. And when I look at my production here, I've got lots of oxygen, I've got 6 water, that's fine, but only 4 energy. So I don't think that I'm producing enough energy here. We have to keep a close look at that, even though my stored power is pretty high with 1300 in those batteries here. So we can have a lot of that anyway. So many buildings not working right now. Lots of them need maintenance. This one's full actually, okay. Not enough workers there, not enough workers here. That's something I need to work on. The problem with this dome here, what I can see is that there are 17 vacant work slots. So I think those factories, yeah, there are some work slots free here. The same goes for probably the diner, yeah. And the surrounding here, no, this is full. I don't see that many empty work slots there. Just the electronics factories then probably. Right, so those apartments here, living complexes, they don't house that many people, so we should also research something about that. I think there was something in the social. There might be something where people can, or more people can live actually. We definitely have the gravity engineering, so this opens up the mega dome. And this is it. The ecology provides comfortable living space for many colonists. Takes 10,000 research points. That sounds interesting. That's something we can do then and combine with the mega dome. Those two combined though will take like 20 souls, 20 days before we can build them. But right now I'm waiting for the deep metal extraction. This is finished soon, so then we can finally, you know, wrap up more metals here. Definitely something we need to do. And we can also then continue with more machine parts. So I'm definitely going for another machine parts factory. And yeah, we need more people as well. So we don't have enough people yet, and we do have some living space here. Yeah, so let's get some more people. Passenger rocket. My filters are activated, so I've got 22 out of 22. And this is only just botanists, no specialization. I would like to have more with engineer qualities. There are not many. When I look at my filters, engineers is activated, but they have 2 bad perks or flaws. You know, like those are the ones that I definitely voted down. So alcoholic, chronic condition, the glutton, I don't want to starve again, and the whiner, so loses sanity when on comfort. Not a good trait to have on Mars. So we don't have any engineers. Oh, there is one. Let's get rid of one here and no special. Yeah, let's get rid of the no specialization and get the engineers. So at least we got 2 engineers here. That's something. And 22 new colonists are coming. And my other rocket here, Avril 1, is on a special project, contract exploration access. So when we go back to the planetary view, thanks for the tip by the way, yeah, you can of course rotate Mars and see on the other side. That is something I totally did not get at the beginning. And there are a lot of special projects. This one's pretty cool. Costs 60 fuels and would get me a meteor shower on my colony. The advantage is that we get metals with that, but Jesus, last time the meteors were crashing onto my domes. I'm not doing that anymore ever since, because I don't need it for now. This one costs a lot of money, but would give us 2% atmosphere and 1% heat. Import the greenhouse gases. And then we have those question marks here. So this one needs 3 domes and we would get some resources out of that. That actually doesn't sound so bad. Okay, so still some turbines are not working. Yeah, they need machine parts as a maintenance. But as you can see, I don't know why, but in nighttime we produce more energy than in daytime. Which doesn't make much sense to me, because we are not using the solar panels right now. So I don't know what's going on here. Why I'm producing like 20 times more energy in the night than in the day. Probably, this might be a reason, because I'm not using any outdoor buildings. No, I'm using almost all my outdoor buildings. So I don't know, doesn't matter. I have enough energy, and during nighttime it stores up to the maximum. So we have enough then during daytime. Okay, and what we definitely need is more polymers and machine parts. So I'm also getting another supply pot here with machine parts and polymers. Let's launch that one. So this one's on its way now too, with those special resources. And of course it costs money. But we're going to speed this whole up then with the machine parts. So we have one dome here now for the seniors then. And right. I think, yeah, we need more apartments here. So let's also do that. So 2 more, because we have the deep metal extractor here then, and that needs workers. So those people need to work there. And what I can also do is I could have... Yeah, I could also have a machine parts. No, I want to have its own dome for that, with for just engineers. We also have the university, of course, that is producing or training engineers. Oh. They would actually pay us 700 million for 50 metals. So, doesn't sound so bad. I'm just waiting for my rocket now to arrive, and then we could do that. Then we could sell 50 metals for 700 million. That's pretty cool. And we've also researched the deep metal extraction now. What are we researching now? Drones. Yeah, some terraforming technologies that are not very useful, but they open up the technologies down here. Okay, so now we can do that. Now we can get metal out of this one here. So let's do that. Let's get a metal extractor here.
There are Earth-sick colonists.
Of course, it needs a power cable. Just like that. Earth-sick colonists. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're Earth-sick because this dome is very uncomfortable, since those service buildings are not working. I hope we can change that with more people coming in. There are 22 new people coming in now. Let's land them there, and the supply pod has arrived as well. There's the supply pod. And 22 new people from Mars. The cool thing about the supply pod is that once it's landed, it's destroyed and we can salvage it for another 5 metal. And there are the new people coming in. What does that mean? The money.
New colonists have arrived.
They want to, I think they want to,
resources are low.
They want to shop. Perhaps that's what it's meaning. Okay, so hopefully some of them go to this dome here. That might be nice. Because this dome sucks for my people right now. And yeah, still, no one of the new colonists moved there. They all moved to this dome here. Perhaps next time I should land over there with my rocket. And let's take this trade that was just initiated. Was it the church? No, it was not the church. Let's have a look. The Blue Sun Corporation. Yeah, they pay a lot. So we sent them 50 metals and get 700 million out of that. Sounds like a deal to me. Okay, and the other rocket, yeah, we're using both our rockets right now, so I can't get more people here. And right, we can't also build the metal extractor because we lack some machine parts. I hope the new machine parts that we just sent here are going to be used partly for the metal extractor. Hopefully they're not only being used for the maintenance. And this dome here still also needs some time. And the new toxic rain is coming in. Don't think that toxic rain is that bad right now. It just decreases the local soil quality. That's it. Let's have a look. Do we have any unemployed people? Yeah, we have 23 people unemployed. So I don't understand why they're not going to their designated areas. You know, like, who's unemployed? He's unemployed. So let's assign him to... It's out of its reach.
Research complete.
Okay, can he not move there? Can I not move him to... Okay, I can't move them to this dome here. So I will probably have to send a rocket here with people. Yeah, that's probably it. Okay, the Explorer over here. There's some other anomalies that we can still scan. Far away from everything. Down here we are. And as we can see, we found lots of water here and here, but far away from my colony. It's going to be very hard to get that water. This dome needs one more polymer. And what's up with this one here? For some reasons it's not being built. We do have the machine parts though. There's the drone hub. It has 6 drones. Yeah, something else that I found out. So when we go for the command center, there we have our overview of the colony, and there is something here for transportation. Those are the drone hubs. And I can reassign the drones here, you know. This one here has 30 drones, more than 30 drones. That's too much for one drone hub. So I'm going to reduce that to 20 for all of them. And then, since this one here is a drone load of medium, I'm going to assign more drones to this one here. Just like that. And they're working then there in those drone hubs. And hopefully we get more machine parts then to the metal extractor. Okay, this one's still being loaded with metals. And we've got the new dome now here. So we can start with the infrastructure here. The reason why I'm doing the seniors though, because some of those domes are full, as you can see. Like this one here. And there are seniors living in those domes. You know, this one here, 6 seniors in this dome here, clogging up the space in this dome. And I want to work to have the seniors over there. So those domes are free for workers. There are 16 seniors in this dome here. But we need, and we don't have any space here anymore, but we need the space for the vacant work slots in this dome, since seniors don't work. And there is a new exploration, so that would net us 750 million, but it costs way too many polymers right now. I can't afford that. Right, so now this one's finished here, and we just have to get some life support to it. So the power cables and the pipes. That's working out. And then we can say filter by traits, and only the seniors are allowed here. Everyone else isn't. And I'm going to apply this. Okay, so that's that. Only the seniors now. And then I can say to all the other domes, no seniors are allowed. And that's what I'm going to do. First of all...
discovered.
Oh, the power cable, yeah. And the other thing is that comfortability on this, or comfort on this dome, will be very low. So those seniors probably will get earthsick and will want to leave Mars then. So that's the last station for them. And they can then die on Earth if they want to. but they don't need to die here. So let's get some apartments here for our seniors. No, wait a second. This sounds really heartless. Let's get some normal living complexes here. So 2 of them, and we're probably going to put a passage over there then at some point. Instead of the open air gym perhaps, that we can build here anyway. Something like that. It sounds a bit heartless to scare them away to Earth. When they lived and worked so hard here. And there's still no machine parts here, even though we have enough of them. Perhaps I need to reinitiate this one here. Let's cancel it.
There are Earthsick colonists.
And build it again. Let's hope that works. Okay, that's that. So some new things here, and we're going to continue the next one, and we'll see what we do with the seniors. Stay tuned.